Let me ask you something. Have you ever seen someone on LinkedIn celebrating a six-figure job offer thinking, the guy finally made it? Then 3 years. That same person is still trying to figure out why they are broke. Maybe you are that person. You are earning $120, $150, $200,000 a year, and every month you are asking the same question. Where did my money go? I want to tell you a truth. There is a growing class in America. People who are technically high earners, but living with just as much financial stress as someone making half their income. I call these people broke. My name is Mark. I have been in the real estate industry for over 20 years. I have sold dozens of properties, built a serious portfolio generating rental income, and throughout this journey, I have personally witnessed hundreds of people, both building wealth and unknowingly eroding it. If you are earning a salary but cannot seem to get ahead, or if you cannot live the freedom that income promised you, this content is exactly for you. Do not forget to save the channel name because I do not beat around the bush here. Now let's get to that truth nobody wants to say to anyone's face. Earning a salary no longer makes you rich the way it used to. The lifestyle that $50,000 could buy in 1990 now costs $140,000 in cities. We are all still operating under that old mindset that anyone earning over $100,000 has everything figured out. That assumption is destroying people, my friend. High earners cannot admit they are struggling because they are embarrassed, cannot ask for help because of their pride. Too busy keeping up appearances to actually fix the problem. Nice cars, rents, vacation photos, and underneath it all, the panic that if the paycheck stops for even a month, everything collapses. From the outside, someone earning $150,000 a year should have plenty of savings, a strong investment portfolio, and zero financial stress. In reality, the vast majority of these people have then $10,000 in savings. They are quietly managing credit card debt, and if that paycheck stopped for a moment, their lives would instantly fall apart. Let's get to the numbers, because I am a numbers guy and I do not like dressing things up. Let's say you are earning $140,000 a year. After taxes, state taxes, Social Security, and Medicare, what you actually take home lands somewhere between $95,000 and $100,000. If you are in California or New York, that figure drops to somewhere between $85,000 and $90,000. Before you have even started, you have lost 30 to 40% of that sounding salary. Here's where it gets really interesting, and by interesting, I mean financially devastating. You live in a city because that's where the high-paying jobs are. For an one-bedroom apartment in a reasonably safe neighborhood, you are looking at $2,500 to $3,500 a month, meaning $30,000 to $42,000 a year just for shelter. If you are in San Francisco or Manhattan, double those numbers. You are spending 35 to 40% of your take-home pay before you have even slept. I have not even mentioned food, transportation, or the fact that your friends earning similar salaries expect you to split $200 dinner bills like it's nothing. Let's look at numbers. You are earning $140,000, $8,000 hits your account each month. Rent is $3,000. The car you felt you deserved after that promotion runs you $700 in loan payments. Insurance is another $200. The student loan from that university that helped you land this job is $800 a month. You have not eaten, have not put gas in your car, have not done another thing, and you are already at $4,700. Add another $800 for eating out, because you come home too exhausted from your demanding job to cook. Utilities, $150, phone $100, gym $150. Streaming subscriptions, $80, work-appropriate clothing, averaged out at $300 a month. Total monthly fixed expenses, $6,280. What's left is $1,720. For savings, investments, an emergency fund, entertainment, social life, and all those other expenses that somehow add up to more than you expected. This is where the quietly broken phenomenon kicks into high gear. When you are earning $140,000, you are surrounded by people in income brackets, and everyone is putting on this elaborate performance of success that nobody can actually afford. Your coworker just bought a house in a suburb for $750,000 with a minimal down payment because they could not wait any longer to build equity. They are bleeding money every month, posting photos of that beautiful kitchen on Instagram. Your college friend is taking their international trip this year and is pressuring you to join them for Portugal next month because you can afford it now. I call this lifestyle creep on steroids, my friend. This is not the advice about cutting out your latte habit, although honestly, if that latte habit has become a $200 expense at the artisan coffee shop near your office, we should talk about that too. This is a rooted lifestyle inflation that quietly eats away at your finances without you noticing. Think about what happened when you got your big raise. Maybe you went from $75,000 to $120,000. A jump. You could have invested that entire $45,000 difference. What actually happened? You moved to an apartment because you deserved it after working so hard. You upgraded your car because the old one was embarrassing to pull up to client meetings in. You started buying clothes, eating at better restaurants, taking ride shares instead of public transit because time is money. Without realizing it, your expenses expanded to match your new income, and the monthly surplus you were left with was exactly the same as before, which is to say, basically nothing. The formal term for this is Parkinson's Law applied to finances. Expenses expand to fill income. In my words, this means being bad with money. What makes this particularly insidious is that the pressure comes from every direction, my friend. Your family now expects you to pick up more of the tab at family dinners because you are doing well. Your friends expect you to keep up with their spending because you are in the income bracket. Your workplace has unspoken expectations about how you should present yourself. The watch, the right car, the right neighborhood. Because everyone around you is earning similar money and facing similar pressures, you collectively convince yourselves that this is just what life costs. Nobody wants to be the one who suggests the restaurant or admits they cannot actually afford that weekend ski trip. So everyone keeps spending. Debt keeps accumulating. Everyone pretends everything is fine. Now let's get to the topic high earners really do not want to discuss. Debt. Not student loan debt. Everyone admits to that. I am talking about credit card debt, personal loans, and the elaborate financing schemes that keep the appearance of success afloat while financial reality is drowning underneath. The average American household carries about $9,000 in credit card debt. You know what households earning over $150,000 carry? More, sometimes significantly more. Because when you have credit and a high income, banks throw money at you. They approve you for credit cards with $30,000 limits. They offer loans at competitive rates. They make financing that $5,000 designer couch over 24 months interest. Seem like a smart financial move. I have personally met people earning $175,000 a year who have $40,000 in credit card debt spread across cards. They make payments like clockwork. Their credit score is still decent because they never miss a payment. From the outside, their life looks absolutely perfect. An apartment, new car, and luxury vacations all over social media. They are one emergency away from financial catastrophe. One unexpected medical bill, one car repair, one job loss, and that constructed facade comes crashing down. When you are spending every dollar you earn. Then there is no buffer, no safety net, just the hope that nothing goes wrong until the next paycheck arrives. What makes this even worse is that high earners often do not qualify for the sympathy or assistance that lower income people struggling with debt might receive. You cannot exactly complain about your stress to people when you are earning 3 times the median household income. So you suffer in silence, maintaining the appearance of success, while internally panicking about your finances. The crazy part is that this debt often does not even come from anything. These people did not buy a boat. Invest in real estate. It is 1,000 decisions that seemed reasonable at the time. Eating out because you were too tired to cook. Taking a rideshare because public transit is inconvenient. New clothes because you had meetings. A weekend getaway because you needed to decompress from work stress. Each individual expense seems justified, but collectively they create a sinkhole. Now, let's get to the topic that should keep every earner awake at night. Retirement. More accurately, the complete absence of retirement savings despite earning well into six figures. According to studies, the median retirement savings for households earning between $100,000 and $150,000 is somewhere around $150,000 to $200,000. That might sound reasonable until you realize these are people in their peak earning years who should be absolutely crushing their retirement savings goals. You are 45 years old, earning $140,000. You only have $150,000 saved for retirement. You are not trying to catch the train. My friend, you are standing on the platform watching it pull away. Here's the math that should wake you up at night. If you want to maintain anything to your current lifestyle in retirement, you need roughly 25 times your annual expenses saved up. If you are spending $100,000 a year now, you need $2.5 million in retirement savings. Got that much? Did not think so. The problem is that high earners often earn enough to disqualify themselves from various tax benefits and assistance programs, but not enough to build serious wealth quickly. You earn much to get help, but not enough to easily overcome the financial challenges of life in expensive cities. You are stuck in this middle zone. The vast majority of people earning $140,000 are contributing maybe 5 to 8% to their 401k, especially if that is enough to get the employer match. That is $7,000 to $11,000 a year going into retirement accounts. Better than nothing. Nowhere near enough to actually retire comfortably while maintaining anything resembling your current lifestyle. Here is the fun part. Many high earners do not even contribute enough to get the employer match. They look at their paycheck, see that contributing 6% means losing hundreds of dollars each pay period. They just cannot afford it because they have structured their entire life around spending every dollar they earn. Free money is being offered to them. They are too broke to accept it. Now, let's address the elephant in the room. Social media and professional comparison are financially destroying earners in ways that did not exist 20 years ago. When you are earning $140,000, you are no longer comparing yourself to the household. You are comparing yourself to high earners, and that comparison is utterly toxic for your finances, my friend. Your LinkedIn feed is full of people announcing promotions, celebrating startup funding rounds, and posting about their exciting career moves. Your Instagram is full of acquaintances who seem to be living glamorous lives, fancy restaurants, exotic travel, and perfect homes with designer furniture. Everyone appears to be succeeding wildly, while you are struggling to save $500 a month. What you do not see is the debt behind those vacations, the stress behind those perfect photos, the fact that most of these people are just as broke as you are, but better at hiding it. Social media is a highlight reel of financial success stories. You are comparing your behind-the-scenes reality to everyone else's carefully curated performance. This comparison trap is particularly vicious for earners because you have just enough money to fake it. Someone earning $45,000 cannot pretend to keep up with a $140,000 lifestyle, so they do not even try. When you are earning $140,000, you can technically afford to go on that expensive vacation or buy that luxury item. You just cannot afford to do it while also saving for retirement, building an emergency fund, and maintaining any kind of security. That is the difference. So if you are sitting here realizing you are one of these quietly broke earners, what do you actually do about it? Because awareness of the problem does not fix the problem. It just makes you aware that you are drowning. First, you need to be brutally honest about your financial situation, not the situation you present to the world, your real numbers. How debt do you have? What is your actual net worth? If you lost your job tomorrow, how long could you survive? These questions are uncomfortable. You cannot fix problems you will not acknowledge exist. Second, you need to break the lifestyle lock-in deliberately. This does not mean moving into a studio apartment and eating noodles. It means questioning every recurring expense and asking whether it is actually adding value to your life or just maintaining an appearance. Maybe you do not need the luxury car. A reliable used vehicle would free up $500 a month for wealth building. Maybe you do not need that apartment. A less trendy neighborhood could save you $800 a month. Third, you need to automate your wealth building before you have a chance to spend the money. The moment your paycheck hits, money should automatically flow to your 401k, your emergency fund, your investment accounts. You cannot trust yourself to make good decisions when faced with the temptation to spend. You need systems that protect you from yourself.